The situation in Sokoto right now is very tense and heartbreaking. Reports from the area say that armed men invaded several villages late in the night, attacking both homes and public buildings. People who escaped said the attackers came in large numbers, shooting and burning properties. The most shocking part of the story is that the Emir's palace in one of the affected communities was also set on fire. That act alone has sent strong waves of fear across the region because it is not just an attack on people, it is also an attack on culture and tradition. Remember to like this video and subscribe right now because we are giving you real stories as they are happening. Many residents fled into nearby bushes and some ran towards neighboring towns to look for safety. Several families have been separated. Mothers are crying, children are missing, and people are still searching for loved ones. According to locals, the attackers moved from house to house, taking food, valuables, and even motorbikes. Some villagers say the group was heavily armed, and the whole operation lasted for hours before the security forces arrived. When you listen to survivors, you can feel the pain in their voices. One man said, "We didn't even have time to take anything. We just ran." You can imagine what that means, leaving your home, your farm, your memories, and everything you have worked for, just to stay alive. Please, if you're watching this video, take 1 second to like and subscribe now so more people can hear what our people are going through. Now, the attack on the Emir's palace is one of the biggest shocks because that place represents peace and unity in the community. Traditionally, the palace is where people run to for help, where decisions are made to keep order. So, for it to be burned shows how serious and dangerous this situation has become. Residents said the fire burned deep into the night, and everything inside was destroyed from documents to historical artifacts that have been kept for many years. As the violence spread, nearby communities started hearing the gunshots and also began to flee. Some people ran into the forest, others crossed rivers to find safety in other local government areas. There were even reports of people drowning while trying to escape. Imagine the fear and confusion, old people, children, pregnant women, all running just to stay alive. Security agencies have since moved into the affected areas to restore calm. Soldiers and police officers are patrolling the roads, and emergency workers are helping survivors. The government has promised to rebuild what was destroyed and provide relief materials for those who lost their homes. But the question many people are still asking is, why does this keep happening and when will it end? Please, my people, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. When you do that, it helps more people know the truth about what is really happening. The issue of bandit attacks in Sokoto and other parts of the Northwest did not start today. For many years, communities have been facing similar attacks, some linked to clashes between armed groups and local residents. Many times, the victims are farmers who just want to live in peace and feed their families. Because of insecurity, farming activities have dropped in several areas. When you drive through those regions, you see farmlands that used to be green now empty because people are afraid to go back. That fear has made food prices rise in the market, and life is becoming harder for everyone. In some parts of Sokoto, villagers now sleep in groups, keeping watch at night to alert others in case of danger. Some communities have started forming their own local guards to protect themselves. But experts say self-defense can also lead to more violence if not managed properly. That is why many people are calling on the government to strengthen the security forces and make sure they get enough support to respond faster when attacks happen. Please like this video and subscribe now so you don't miss updates as we continue this story. Eyewitnesses say the attackers came through the forest, using motorbikes to move quickly. Some of them wore military-style clothes, which made people confused at first because they didn't know if they were real security men or not. By the time they realized, it was already too late. The gunshots continued for hours, and the sound echoed through nearby villages. Some people called for help, but the roads were blocked, and phone networks were poor. When the smoke cleared the next morning, the sight was devastating. Houses reduced to ashes, schools burned, markets destroyed, and the Emir's palace, a symbol of the people's identity, was gone. People said they had never seen anything like it before. Women sat by the roadside crying. Young men tried to salvage what was left of their belongings. Some people were missing, and community leaders were counting the dead and the abducted. Please, if you are following this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe right now. It really helps our platform to reach more people with the truth, and we need your support. While all this was happening, the government released a statement condemning the attack. They called it a barbaric act and promised to bring those responsible to justice. The state governor also sent security reinforcements and promised relief materials for displaced persons. But for the people on the ground, these promises sound familiar. They have heard them many times before. What they want now is real peace, not just words. The Traditional Council has also expressed sadness, saying that the attack is not only on the Emir, but on the entire people of Sokoto. Religious leaders have asked everyone to remain calm and avoid revenge, saying that peace must be rebuilt carefully. Many organizations are now providing shelter and food to displaced families. Some are setting up temporary camps in nearby towns, where people can stay until it is safe to return home. Let's pause for a moment. If you haven't yet liked this video or subscribed, please do that now. It takes just 1 second and helps spread awareness of what our people are going through. Now, as more details come out, analysts are saying this is one of the most daring attacks in Sokoto this year. The targeting of cultural sites like the palace shows that these groups are becoming bolder. Security experts are warning that without stronger cooperation between local communities and security agencies, such attacks may continue. They are calling for improved intelligence sharing, faster response time, and better protection for villages in high-risk zones. The people, on their part, are also demanding better roads, communication networks, and more presence of government officials in rural areas. Because when people feel forgotten, it becomes easy for criminals to take advantage. You can feel that frustration in the voices of the displaced people. Many of them say they don't even know when they will return home or if they will ever see their loved ones again. Please like this video right now and subscribe. Let's stand together for peace and awareness. Right now, humanitarian organizations are providing food, water, and clothing to those who lost everything. Some schools are hosting displaced children, trying to give them a sense of normal life again. But the challenges are huge overcrowding in shelters, shortage of clean water, and the trauma of what people have seen. You can imagine how difficult it is for a child who saw his home burnt down to feel safe again. Still, there is hope. Many people across Nigeria are showing solidarity, sending help, prayers, and speaking out for peace. Social media has also become a place where citizens are calling for accountability and transparency. People are demanding that every attack be investigated properly so that the victims are not forgotten. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so together we can keep these stories alive. The burning of the Emir's palace has also raised questions about how much respect is left for traditional institutions in the face of rising insecurity. In the past, those palaces were sacred, places that even the most hardened criminals would not touch. But the fact that it happened shows how deep the problem has become. It is not just a crime, it is a signal that something has broken in our social fabric, something that needs serious rebuilding. Security experts say this moment should serve as a wake-up call for the government to review its entire approach to insecurity in the Northwest. It's not only about sending soldiers, it's about understanding the social and economic roots of the problem: poverty, lack of education, and poor governance in rural areas. When young people have no jobs and no future, it becomes easier for them to join violent groups. Solving that requires both force and fairness. Now, my people, as we continue this story, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps keep this work going. The pain in Sokoto today is not only local, it affects all of us as Nigerians. It reminds us that no one is truly safe until everyone is safe. It also reminds us that the strength of a nation lies in how it protects its most vulnerable people. What is happening in Sokoto could happen anywhere if we do not act collectively. So this is the time to speak out, to demand action, and to pray for peace.